Welcome everyone. I got asked a question this morning, uh, exactly 13 hours ago. Nick Beth wanted to know why their NS Pro controller is not syncing because they have the cable connected and Bluetooth pairing on. Do not connect the cable. I'm going to explain the steps properly. For Bluetooth connection, these are already Bluetooth. These can be used straight out of the box with Bluetooth. Do not add the cable. The cable itself is for updating the firmware, charging the controller, or using the controller without Bluetooth turned on. Though, here's the thing. First thing you're going to need is go to the bottom here, go settings, go devices. Now you want to turn Bluetooth on. My controller is already connected. Same with my 8BitDo Pro 2, which has already got a profile where I have X as X, A as A, B as B, and Y as Y. I will show you how to do that. You want to come here to add Bluetooth device. You want to click this. Then you want to press start and X on this controller. There is a small button here. You'll be pressing that button for 3 seconds. It will show up underneath your. It will show up underneath this. It will show up in this. And I do mean that. It will show up underneath your Bluetooth. You will want 8BitDo SN30 Pro. Pair it. The LED becomes solid. Yes, when you press X and start, LEDs 1 and 2 will start to blink, and then pair it will rotate left to right. It's required for the first time. So virtually, this should be step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So whoever wrote these manuals or the instructions, I'm failing them completely. So 8BitDo, I can give you what you need. This should be first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth and sixth are exactly the same. The same can actually be said with the Mac. This needs to be first, second, third, fourth, fifth. With the Nintendo Switch, this should be first. As in, you turn the Nintendo Switch on, tap the home button, go to controllers, then go change grip / order, hit Y start, hit the small pair button here, and I do mean that very small pair button for 3 seconds. That is the first time. It's required first time, and then hit the 2 trigger buttons here to actually pair it, and then hit A. Though it may be B, I have no idea because I cannot map this. I cannot change the buttons on this. To actually update the firmware, you are going to have to go to support. You are going to have to find your controllers or controller. Make sure you read the name on the controller itself. If it says SN30 Pro Plus, you are going to need the SN30 Pro Plus, though the firmware is all the same. You're wondering why I'm saying that? Well, I go firmware uploader and I go to the upgrade tool. It's the same. It's just the same site. Nothing different. For all those in the... Let me just show that again. So it's the same tool. When you connect the cable from the device, you open this. It'll ask you to connect the 8BitDo device via the USB cable. It will skip this, and take you straight to this, where it will actually ask you to update the firmware. Do so. For the 8BitDo Pro 2, same thing. And I do mean the same thing. With this controller, you have this switch on the back. For the Nintendo Switch, you want to turn the Nintendo Switch on, tap home, make sure no other Joy-Con is connected, or along with no other controller. If you got a Nintendo Switch and it comes with no Joy-Cons and you got this, turn it on, make sure it's charged, turn it on, tap home, tap the controller icon, then go change grip order. Turn this on, make sure it's set to S, then press start button on the controller, turn it on. Press this pair button here, and I do mean this pair button. Yes, I'm looking at my second monitor, which has OBS. If you don't believe me, hi down there. Yeah, I see you. And then hit L2 and R2 together. Wire connection, it's going to recognize the controller. It'd be the same if you don't have Bluetooth with the SN30 Pro and you connected the cable, it will recognize the controller anyway. The only problem is you can't button map on this one. You can't change those 4 buttons there to what you want them to. With Windows, it's the same thing with the SN30, but make sure you have this switch all the way to X. You'll be able to see it on the back, though I really wish they colored it in so you can actually see it instead of you going where is it, oh okay, I have to turn it to a certain degree so I can see SADX. X is at the other end of the spectrum of the switch. Also, you want to go into Windows settings, devices, Bluetooth and other devices, turn your Bluetooth on, go to add Bluetooth, then press start button to turn it on, press that small little pairing button, the one that I showed you, which is, again, that small button, that very small button. For 3 seconds, it will come up as 8BitDo Pro 2 under your Bluetooth connections, pair with, and you're done. If you don't have Bluetooth turned on, put that little switch at the back on the controller to X, press start, connect the controller to your Windows device via its USB, wait till the controller is successfully recognized by your Windows device to play. LED lights indicate the player number. 1 LED indicates player 1, 2 is player 2, 4 is the maximum number of players the controller supports. Android, same thing, just this should be first, then this, and then it'd be this. Because this should actually be, let's say this should be step 1, this part, step 2, step 3, step 4, no, hang on, this should be step 2, after you put the switch to D, then step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, that should be step 6. Wire connection, unless you have a USB to USB cable, which I do have, and I can show you that. I do have a USB to USB cable. I do have one. I can show. So unless you have something like this. This is USB to USB. This is Type C to Type C. Not Type A to Type A. So this is USB Type C. You'll want something like this cable, so you can actually connect it wirelessly or wired. If you are using, if you're going to be using it wirelessly in Bluetooth mode, do follow the steps in the correct order that I've said. Fail to do so, and I'm not held responsible for your screw up if you didn't follow the instructions correctly. For Mac, you want X. You want to go to your Mac OS device Bluetooth setting, turn that on. Make sure, so step 1 is to make sure it's on A, then go to your Bluetooth settings on Mac OS, turn that on, then press start, that little button I said earlier, hold that for 3 seconds. It will come up with pair controller, so step 1, step 2, 3, 4, 5, and then step 6. Wired is exactly the same. It's just connecting via USB Type A to Type C. Or if it's Type C and you have a Type C cable, same thing. It will recognize the device instantly. If you have any other questions, please direct them to 8BitDo via the contact. So you can contact them, or you can go to support. Support is where you will find the ultimate software for button mapping, the firmware upgrade, which is the upgrade tool, and again, it is exactly the same. It's the same website. Alright, it's just the same website. Nothing different. It's the same website. You got feedback, the analog dock, and more, which is the PS3 pairing tool. If you have a PS3 and you still want to use the device as a game console, as a game controller, hey, congratulations, there is a PS3 pairing tool. I'm not so sure about a PS4 pairing tool. If you're in the UK and the US, hey, congratulations, you can order the G Bros wireless adapter for Switch, which is your Nintendo GameCube. If you're in Australia and such, yeah, it's virtually a big massive screw you. For your ultimate software, which is the app, again, I think this is just going to be for every one of the controllers. Though you will, if you are updating the firmware, you will need to update this firmware as well. So hopefully I've answered all your questions and such. Without further ado, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you next video.